Hello, hi, how are you? I'm Robin. Welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel. This little world right here is man for himself. If you like men's hair product reviews, grooming, skincare, fragrance, and videos like this very one, then you're gonna love it around here. Please do press subscribe right now. Okay, big bumper bag of the good stuff. Chanel, Boy de Chanel, was first, I'm just giving you facts, was first launched in 2018, and now these guys have brought out some new products for us guys. Grooming and makeup. If you're interested, stick around. If you're offended by guys who want to try something new, then it's probably not for you. Now, I got these maybe like about 2 weeks ago. These have just launched. On the day this comes out, August the 7th, this will have just launched in the UK, but I've been testing them. I said, get them to me first. Let's see what they do. So there are 1 skincare product and 3 makeup products in here. There is a gel moisturiser. There are 2 nail varnishes, 1 in black and 1 in natural. There are 3 eye pencils, navy, brown and black. And there are, think on your feet, Robin, what else are there? Quickly. There are also 8 concealers, but I have 2, light and medium light. Medium and medium light, because I'm pale. So, I have tested these, and I know what they do. I did a bit of a first impressions. I had a staycation in London, got myself into a hotel. I thought, I'm not going abroad. Let's just get to grips with what these do. Now, I would say what's I think quite exciting about this is that Chanel investing in their male customer, their male consumer. I also think that when big prestige luxury brands invest in men's makeup, it suddenly says to other brands in the market that it's okay. Now, we all know it's okay. You know it's okay. I know it's okay. We'll do what we want to our skin, what we want to wear. Just do what you want. But I feel like with a launch like this, it really does signal that start making us more products. Now, these are not cheap. These are expensive. These are all on manforhimself.com. There's a product page for each of these. There's swatches of the different colors. I've just got 2 of the concealer, but they do go up to a dark, so they are looking more at different skin tones. And there's also a full article there. So, I mean, when I first got these, I first of all thought, I'm gonna hate this. I'm gonna hate this because it's so expensive and you're pushing luxury and prestige to a new level. I also thought I'm gonna hate this because I looked at the equivalent in the female market for Chanel, the eye pencil and the nail varnishes. Because we are using the Boy de Chanel, they are £9 more expensive than the beauty equivalent, which I think is ridiculous. That is kind of like a man tax. I also think that's kind of profiteering off a new market. But if you want to be buying Boy de Chanel, then you'll be going for this anyway. So we've got a Fortifying Gel Moisturiser, Boy de Chanel Concealer, 3-in-1 Eye Pencil, Vernis, which is the nail varnishes. So firstly, looking at the packaging, Chanel have literally taken this to a new level. Matte boxes in this navy with the black on it, embossed Boy de Chanel. This is beautiful. If I received this as a gift, even without using it, I would be thinking, this is amazing. Then each of the bottles are next level gorgeous. Again, navy glass with the plastic lid, but they just look good. Now, as I say, I've tried each of these. I'm gonna show you how I got on. First up, they've called it the Gel Hydrant Fortifying Gel Moisturiser, essentially a gel moisturiser. This is priced at, here you go. This is 68, yes it is, £68 for 50 mils. It does look like gel, very fresh, citrus sort of scent. That is absorbing straight away. Thing is, with stuff like this, when it's so expensive, I kind of just want to find an issue with it because it's just so pricey, but this feels really nice on the skin. That is light. That is such a light gel moisturiser. I'm a big fan of gel moisturisers. Straight into the skin, no stickiness, no shine, no oil. And that actually feels really good. Okay, so I tried it and I was pleasantly surprised. Also, I let 2 of my friends use it and they both loved this. This really made me check myself because it is expensive, but it feels great. This literally glides onto the skin. It's instantly absorbed. There's no shine. It's completely matte and it's hydrating. It also gave my skin a really healthy glow. I love this. I think it is so great. You don't need very much. Would I buy this? Yeah, I think I'm maybe tipping myself into a yes here. It just feels so great. It also smells good. They say you can use it as an aftershave. Would I do that? Probably not, but it does. It smells amazing. It's got this kind of like lemony lemony scent to it, and it smells great. Also, to me, it feels a little bit like a primer. So a primer kind of sets the skin before you use makeup, and that kind of minimizes the look of pores also. So I really, really, really like this. Very impressed. £68, but if it's a one-off, you go for it. Okay, next, looking at the concealers. Again, they have 8 different shades from the lightest to the darkest. State the obvious, Robin, but I have 2 of these here. I'd say with anything like a concealer, especially in the female market, you know, you've got to look at Fenty Beauty, sorry, and they have launched so many different shades. I think it's something that's so important. You know, we should be ensuring that everyone is covered, everyone is concealed, and really beauty and grooming shouldn't just be for certain skin types and skin tones. So I have medium light and medium. Again, this is me using them. Okay, it's not oily, which is good. Oh, actually it's really very good. I have found with concealer products that I have tried in the past, they sit heavy, they're oily, they're a bit tacky, they sort of, they congeal almost like on the skin, and you can really see and feel them, but that is undetectable. So that's the one I've just done there, and I think pretty good. And then this is the one I can just show you going in. I prefer a stick. I also prefer powder. I don't like liquid foundation too much. I always find it just sits heavy on my skin. But if I'm going to use a concealer, I'm more likely to use a concealer than a foundation. That's actually pretty good. And again, I was very impressed. These look gorgeous. Again, the matte navy tub, they are just so premium. I've used a lot of concealers in my time. I tend to use concealers more for covering up spots and nicks. I used to get a lot of shaving nicks. I don't really anymore. Under eye bags, I tend to be okay. I use a lot of sort of like firming, priming, everything under the eyes. But these, like, literally go on and they melt. They're so light. They don't feel like they're clogging your skin. They feel like they're able to breathe, and they're totally undetectable. You cannot see these at all. So I think these are really, really good. And I have used sort of cheaper products, and I've also used ones which are in the sort of the more like the women's space. These are, what we're looking at here, these are £34. Again, expensive, but I think if you're a guy that wants to be buying Moisture now, again, I keep on saying this, you're gonna go for this. I really enjoyed these, and I've used these quite a few times now. Okay, into the eye pencils. Now this is where we start to kind of push the envelope slightly more and kind of jump more into that space which does feel like makeup. And I think this is exciting. I think this is exciting because it's giving us a chance to experiment more with personal style, and if makeup comes into that, then go wild. So they've got a navy, they've got a brown, and they've got a black. The first thing, again, I noticed with this was it looks beautiful. Little pencils. Also, it's not a pencil that you might think of. And when I used to watch my mum doing her makeup, I used to see she actually had a pencil, she used a sharpener. This is more like a sort of Crayola stick. I did break this, and I actually broke the other one, so you've got to be so careful with this. But here's me using it. I have blue eyes, so I'm going to try navy and see what happens. Wow, okay. That's the navy. It does make my eyes look brighter. Would I do this? Probably not, to be honest. I think this will really suit certain people, and if this is your sort of style, then I think go for it. But do you know what? Maybe I would. I'm kind of like changing my mind. That is the brown, and that's the navy. Thoughts? I'm not too sure if I would. This is sort of my vibe, but it's interesting. Actually, I don't hate that. The more I'm looking at it, the more I don't hate it. So would I use this? As I was using it there and looking back, I really liked the look of it. I kept it on and I met some mates and they didn't say anything, but then I said, do you notice anything different about me? And one of them said, you're wearing eyeliner. My personal style, no. Will I be using this? No. Do I think some guys will love this? Yes, I really do. And I think if that's your vibe and that's your whole sort of like style, I think it will look great. Again, expensive. We're looking at £32 here. But actually I really liked it. Again, a really great melting, a melting consistency that just sits so well and actually really easy to use. I did think, you know, trying to get onto the eye there. I've used pencils before on the eye and they've always felt a bit risky, whereas that felt really good. Final one, we're looking at nail varnish at £31 for natural and black. I mean, the packaging of this is just next level beautiful. I've seen a lot of guys recently actually wearing a lot of black nail varnish. I think it really suits them. Do I do the black? Yeah? That's not very me. The clear, yes. The dark, no. For me, these are, I think they're great if you want a manicured looking nail, especially with a natural. They go on, they dry so quickly, 64 seconds, I want to say. I think they said like 90 seconds, but this was so quick to dry. And it just gives the nails a really nice polished look, but without looking overly done. If you want that kind of at-home manicure, then great. That said, £31 for this. You can actually get a manicure for cheaper. So that is a nice ritual. Going in somewhere and just sitting back and having someone looking after your hands, moisturizing them, sorting out your cuticles, and giving you a full manicure. And you can get a nail color on that, and that's included. So I think this is a kind of maybe a step too far. And Barry M in 2016, maybe, had an article, manfromself.com. I shall find it. Barry M launched 4 different Mani nail versions. There was like a clear, more natural looking one. They had a camouflage one, which was slightly more sort of tanning color. And those were $3.99. They're certainly less than a £5 for each. And I don't see a huge difference in these. Fine, they took longer to dry, but I think this is pushing it too far. Also, in terms of, again, looking at the women's versions, they are £9 cheaper than the men's. So the nail varnish you can keep. I'm not hugely impressed by it. The eye pencils, I'm kind of on the fence. I don't particularly care for them. You might. The concealers I liked. It was so light. It just, as again, melted into the skin. I like the fact that there's 8. Am I saying 8 and there might just be 6? I'm pretty sure there's 8. Yeah, 8 from light up to deep plus. £34 for the concealers. I like them, yeah, and I would use them. But my favorite standout product that I thought I would just not enjoy at all is the gel moisturizer. This feels so good on the skin. It feels beautiful. It's light. It just absorbs and it sits so well on the skin. It doesn't even sit. It is just absorbed. Your skin looks dewy. It looks natural. It looks moisturized. It looks hydrated. It feels amazing and it lasts. It's so good. You don't need that much. It just feels like, if I'm going to be spending £68 on a moisturiser, this is how I want it to feel. Will I buy it? Do you know what? I might buy this for someone else because I think this is a luxurious gift to the max. The bottles are beautiful. I'm excited by brands that do stuff like this. Even if it is going to be at that price point, what they're doing is they're opening the floodgates and they're signaling to the market that it's time to create for men. And that's exactly what we like to see. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Really hope you've enjoyed this. These are all linked down below in the description. Also, there's more on each of the product pages. So if you want to read a little bit more about them, see the swatches, that will also be linked. I've got everything up there in the cards too. Also my Instagram, which is Man for Himself. But if you're still new to this, you've still not pressed subscribe, then hey, I'm Robin. This is still Man for Himself. Please do press subscribe right now. The button is there. So some more video suggestions down there. A link to my product pages, so many there. All the cards up there. But until my next new video, bye-bye.